I once heard a preacher give a message entitled, "If I Were God." It's a strange title, to be sure. But in his sermon, he engaged in some creative imagination. He said that if he were God and he decided to have his son come to this world, he would not have him born in a peasant village outside of Jerusalem, but he would dress him up in something of the uniform of the Blue Angels or of a space hero, and have him descend from heaven, go straight to the cross, complete the work of redemption, and then return. In other words, he was saying, I would send my son in royal garb, make a great big splash, and then depart from the scene. But that's not how God did it. And there's a reason why God didn't do it that way, as we saw with the concern of John the Baptist and in the baptism of Jesus, that Jesus came not only to die, but to live. That he came to be the second Adam, the new Adam, to do for us what Adam failed to do the first time around. And so his mission was to be in submission to all of the requirements of God, to take upon himself as the eternal Logos and the second person of the Trinity, a human nature, and to be born of a woman, and to be born of the seed of David. And so for the New Testament, the birth of Jesus is of profound significance because it is the advent of Emmanuel, the one who comes as our mediator and who grows up in the nurture of the Lord, who has to learn obedience not from disobedience, but in terms of an expanding understanding and awareness of all of the implications of his mission. But the birth of Jesus begins the humiliation of Christ. That this indicates the willingness of the one who from all eternity was equal with God, who counted his equality with God not as something to be jealously guarded, but he was willing to empty himself of his glory and to assume the posture, the rank, and the status of a servant.